Testing microphone 1, 2. Testing microphone 1, 2. Testing microphone 1, 2. Testing microphone 1, 2. Hey everybody, how's it going? Biff back with you again today. Getting a little here start. Just having a few issues with setting some stuff up here. Especially with YouTube. YouTube sometimes has like a 5-second delay, sometimes has a 10-second delay, sometimes it feels even longer. And so especially when I'm trying to hold on. I'm trying to test the volume on the microphone in YouTube. It can sometimes take like 10 seconds before I hear any feedback. So Twitch is much quicker, seconds, like 1 second maybe delay. Let me put some things in here. Good morning, gamers. Let's see if it'll let me pin it. Nope, I'm unable to pin my messages on Twitch now. I don't know why. It's a mystery. Good. I guess I could just copy that, huh? Can copy that from here? Says I can. Copy and paste. Yeah, for some reason now I cannot pin a message on YouTube. It's interesting. Now I can do it here. I can do it here. I can do it here. I just can't do it from inside OBS. Interesting. Okay, well, let's see. We're going to be doing some Timberborn today, episode 2. I'm going to show a little bit of an issue that I had with the game. I gotta find a screen where I can get into. Let's see. I haven't looked at my Is There Any Deal waitlist recently. Looks like Euro Truck stuff's going on sale again. Um, Stops right there. I got to remember. I'm scrolling down, looking, and then I run past where the discounts are, and I get into things where there's no discounts, and I want to buy on discount. Generally speaking, I rarely spend full price for a game. Last game I spent full price for was Football Manager. About what 6, 7 months ago now. I bought it in the beta, and yeah, let's see. We're going with Steam, and we're also going to look at so how is everybody? I hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing well. Let's see. Nothing there. Let's go in here and close that out. Let's see. All right, so let's go over here. Let's go to desktop and look at some Steam stuff. Steam Deck, still not available. Refurbished Steam Decks, still not available. It could be what? It could be the end of the Steam Deck, maybe, with all these problems that they're having with storage, memory, and CPUs because of AI. Yay! 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 Okay, I just copyrighted that just now. Yay! Yay! Okay, let's check out the discovery queue for games that we cannot play on a Steam Deck because we don't have a Steam Deck. That looks maybe interesting. Just I don't know if I like the theme. Not that one. Maple Story M. Maple Story mostly negative. Box Room. Designed to find and decorate a room. Sanctuary. Wild Heart. Embark on bite-sized campaigns. No. Crown of Greed. No. Last Man Sitting. No. Weeping Swan. No. Little Nemo and the Guardians of Slumberland. No. Doffbox. No. Ukrainian Warfare. No. Neon Marble Rust. No. Wow, that was quick. That was quick. Bunch of updates available. Do we want to install any of them? There's a new update for No Man's Sky. Only 5 gigabytes. I think we'll just go in and start. I wonder if this was the working out. I have to look at the game and see where the best camera spot for this is. There is an update required. That's interesting because it didn't say there was an update required on it didn't say there was an update required on the download screen. Now there is an update required. 987 bytes of update. Okay. Well, hopefully we can get right into the game. Hopefully we can get right into the game. It says it's running, but I don't see. There we go. Hopefully, here we go. Let's see if we get audio also. Yeah, there is audio. Nice. So this is the opening sequence to the game. Spoiler alert. So if you don't want to see the rest of it, just look away or close your eyes. So this is post-apocalyptic, where mankind apparently has destroyed themselves. Well, not apparently. Mankind has destroyed themselves through their own greed, their own stupidity, their own inability to love their neighbor. And so now the beavers are taking over. Some didn't make it. Some don't make it. In fact, this crew here looks like they are very close to not making it. So my daughter likes this game. Did you know that beavers Did you know that beavers Did you know that beavers instinctively start building when they hear the sound of rushing water or of moving water? So I wanted to show you what happened to the save that I had yesterday. So what happens is you have these bombs, like right here. These bombs that go off. This one's dormant, but they eventually will all go off. So you have these bombs that go off, and then they, as you can see here, they destroy a certain number of blocks. And in this case, if this bomb had gone off, it would have allowed all this dirty water to rush into my base and destroy everything. Well, instead what happened was we got that one covered. But but we didn't get this one covered in time. There's a bomb up here. The bomb went off and let all this water, bad water out, rushing through here to destroy my base. So I don't know if this dam would have stopped it or not. It might have. I don't know. But this definitely would have stopped it because the bomb was like right here. And if this had been completed, it would have stopped it. Now, we were working on this one because this one's about to go off. And that would be bad also, but this one is still dormant. So I don't know if these things go off randomly or if they are timed, like for this one to go off, then this one goes into a countdown state. Then after that one goes off, this one goes into a countdown state. I don't know. All I know is that it's all ruined. You can see. Now, I'm not sure. I think what would have happened is if I had this blocked off. Now, I probably could have blocked off like to a few levels here, because what's happening over here is there is water rushing. There is water coming down through here, but it is also coming up through here. So this water is contaminating this water, which comes from this pool here. Now this will go off at some point and do what? It will allow that bad water in. So at some point this has to be, now this is called pressure. So basically I think what that means is, well, first of all, there's a lot of pressure to get these things handled. But you can see these things are underground. And so really there's no way for me to get to them. You can see bad water starting to come up through here, because this, which hasn't gone off yet, and we would have to block this off, but this is starting to release bad water. It's a water source. That is allowing water to come up through here. So we did have this. If that had happened, this would have been okay. We had these floodgates opened. We could shut the floodgates off, which would then block that off. These floodgates are open. These floodgates are closed. But you can see the water's just too much. It's just overflowing through here. So I'm wondering if... See, the thing is, I don't want to just let these explode, because then it's just going to fill up this whole thing with bad water. It's going to fill up the whole thing. If I can get this blocked off, then it will... then the bad water will rise up to this point when this explodes. Probably going to have to get it to what level? Yeah, I might have to only get it up to this level. If this is all blocked off, the bad water will rise up and start flowing out through here. But now, as far as the other ones go, I'm not really sure. See, this is just a pool right here. So at some point, oh, it does. There is an underground thing here where it lets it out down through here. It does come up this way though, but there is an allowance for it to come up a little bit higher and it would start flowing out this way. But Yeah, see. Beavers are done. Yeah, I don't want to allow this just to all fill up. It's like any good water sources. There's just not a lot of good water sources on this map. So I think the moral of the story is we try again and see what we can do. So let's do that. We're going to load a game, and then we're going to start a new game. Main menu. So the moral of the story on that one is, at least for me, what the lesson learned was, the lesson learned was, as soon as you start making planks, you have to start making stairs to get up to, let's see. Clean water 1. I'll just do clean water. That's fine. A mistake that I realized I made before was when I built this out like this, I came out too far. I like to build all the way around, but just all the way around. So again, what we do is we start out with paths. Path out here to collect wood. Path out here to collect berries. We might as well just run this path this way, since we're going to be coming over here. Now the goal is right away to, what we're going to do is, you got these little storage things that can also be used as platforms. I want to do this though, because I need a lot of them. But it will always, there'll be an icon on top of it, because it's going to want you to tell what kind of storage goes in there. We're just going to tell it to put maple pastries in. So that will eliminate at least one of the icons. The other icon that might be required, well, let's just copy these, stack them up. There, all game. Let's do this. Stack them up here. Oh, let's see. Doot, doot, doot. So what we're going to need here is stairs. Stairs to go up here, all the way up here. And we need another stairs over here. Actually, we need 2 stairs. So it's going to be one of these, comes over here. We have 2 stairs, one here, one here. We're going to have a path that comes over here. And then a path that comes over here. So it's going to be stairs here. Stairs here, stairs here. A path that comes over here to build. I think I need something there. So what we're going to do, what we want to happen is we want this bomb when it goes off to, we want to block off the bad water that would come through there, which we did successfully. It is going to destroy this metal here. There's really nothing we can do about that. There's no way to like diffuse the bombs or anything like that. So basically the first thing we need to research is stairs. So that would be over here. We need stairs. And so we're going to need to be making planks. Then the next thing we need to research is going to be levees, because levees will block this off. So then we're going to do this with we're going to do this over here. Let's grab this. Interesting, because it doesn't look like it goes up all the way there, does it? For some reason. It's interesting. But I think it's 2 stairs here. Now, just in case we can't get from there to there, we need to bring this out here. And we're going to need to start building here. What we'd like to do is try to get a path that will go through these without meandering too much. To make our paths as straight as possible. Do this here. Do this over here. No, we don't need to do that because we do need to go up here eventually. We will need to go over here eventually. Let's see. Probably best to come this way. And then stairs right there. Stairs right there. And right there. Because this one. So we need to block basically this area off here. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea either to put a levee right here. We'd like to basically block this off at some point. So we can get access to this water here. But that's kind of where we're at on that. We're going to tell our beavers that we need trees. So in order to get trees, we need woodcutters, lumberjacks. We also need food. So we need to tell our beavers, the people over here, get them a little bit closer. By 6, 1/2 dozen of the other. Eventually there'll be stairs here to go up to our housing areas. And then eventually over here we'll have I want to try to find a better spot for a water wheel. And then eventually we're going to have to build around here levees. I mean, I had levees built around here with floodgates so that when there was a bad tide event, the bad tide water that came out of here would just go through here. And then it would keep this water relatively clean for us to use. But like I said, first things first, we have to get these bombs from going off because they will just destroy our civilization. So eventually what we're going to need is and also I want to do something too that I haven't thought about. Probably ads are starting, it said. Or ads are stopping. Oh no, ads starting soon. Okay. Um Something I hadn't thought about until I'm just thinking about it recently. So we want to have science over here. But you know, when our guys are doing science, we want them to have to walk the very least that they need to walk. So right here, we're going to flip this so that, I mean, basically, I guess it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, because basically they're probably going to be coming out of here, but then they're going to be grabbing food maybe and stuff over here and water, and then they're going to come back. And so I kind of want to have these oriented closer to the district center. I think that's probably how the distance is calculated. It's calculated from the entrance of the district center to the entrance of the building that's being placed. I would think that that's how it's working. Eventually, so we're going to pause these because otherwise they're going to start building them right away. I am running the tutorial just to hopefully help me with do efficient farmhouse right here. And I think I found with the efficient farmhouse, pretty much with the number of beavers that we have, pretty much this many carrots right here is enough. So basically each beaver, we have 13 of them. Each beaver, I'm not sure about babies. Might be just adults. Oh, there's somebody who's, when was this posted? 5 years ago. I don't know if it's still accurate, but I was just wondering if babies eat food. But we want to turn this again closer to the I'm going to flip it because we want it closer to the we want it closer to the district center. And eventually we're going to put a plant down here because they like that. Pause that. we are going to need water right away. I think 2 water. I think 2 water pumps will be enough initially. Flip it. We'll put a third one down. Put one down initially. And then here is going to be water storage. I could do this. You can at this point, you haven't gathered any materials to build this. So you can destroy this without any, without lose anything because you haven't committed any materials to building it. I think as long as you haven't started building it, as long as there's nothing committed to it or it hasn't finished. I think and if it hasn't finished, you get back all of the materials or maybe 50% finished. I'm not really sure. You get back all the materials. If it's 100% finish on hard mode, you get back 75% of the material. So we would get back about 12. If this was finished and we wanted to destroy it for some reason, we would get back 12 logs. Now what we do here is we go, we're going to set it for water. We want water to be stored there. Then we're going to, we'll pause it and then copy it. And then we'll draw another another building there. I'll take these off pause. Build a couple initially. Of course, not off. Let's get this built first. We can start pumping water right away. These will probably be one of the last things we build, I would think. Okay, let's look at the tutorial. Where's the best spot? I think over here for now is going to be the best spot. No, over here for now is going to be the best spot for the camera. Yeah, this will be the best spot for the camera. Now let's get right back to it. Oh, no. This will be the best spot for the camera. Hey, DP, what's going on? DPS. Yeah, thank you. Hey, what's up, Blessed? Yeah, things are going okay. Like I said, I didn't stream yesterday. Well, I streamed a little bit because I was working on taxes and some other stuff, money stuff. So, yeah, I just took a little while to take care of those things, you know, that are important. And then go from there. And I streamed a little bit yesterday. And like I showed earlier in the stream, the map, basically what happened is that this unstable core went off. And then all this bad water here. And I don't know how to get it to show. I don't know how to get this to show. I want to show the bad water. It doesn't seem to want to show unless, there we go. Okay, this is good water. There's a good water source underneath here, unfortunately. If we go down some levels, you'll see the good water source right here will eventually spew out bad water. If there's a bad water tide or a bad tide. This also will blow up, allowing, oh, I didn't see this one over here. This one will also blow up, allowing this bad water to come through here. And then this one will blow up. So I have to figure out a way to get down here. Otherwise, the bad water that's here will just come through here. Or I have to find a way to levy this. But I can't do that because then it's going to block off my source. It might be at some point that I need to relocate the whole colony. But like I say, there's not a lot of now the water is flowing here, it's flowing this way. It's flowing from here down through here. So if we could get this capped off, this would be a nice spot. Initially, we could probably do some irrigation and stuff. There's stairs over here indicating that they'd like you to maybe go in here. But initially, I might have to relocate. So we did get this one blocked off. This one, which is kind of, the beavers are up looking up there every morning going, oh my. And it's because they know there's bad water up here. They can see they might be able to see some of the effect of the bad water on the ground up here, and they know that they've heard cores going off in the distance. They've heard cores going off in the distance, and they know that this is a core that is going to explode pretty soon. So what happened, as I said in my last one, I did not get this one. I was in the process of getting this blocked off. Which if I can just get 3 levels of levee right here across here, then that would be enough to contain the water and keep sending it down this way into this pool, which then this pool has a runoff right here, which does back up into our area. And that's why I also have to get some floodgates down here, which will be incoming at some point in the future. And then I have, of course, I do have to, I do have to connect these like this. Clean this up. So what I did learn last time, so basically, like I said, I showed at the beginning of the stream, this unstable core exploded. It let all the bad water rush down through here and basically destroyed my settlement. So it was very sad. But it just told me, since I just barely got this one done on time, it just tells me that the first thing I have to do, almost even before building, because you start off with up to four builders. And almost before we start building homes, we need to get these things taken care of, because homes are going to be meaningless until we get these areas taken care of. So we're going to need a lot of planks. Might be 2 or 3 plank guys making planks. So tutorial, welcome to Timberborn. Tutorial help you set your paw on the wasteland, survive first stage. You'll learn how to use tools needed to build a thriving beaver community. And as you progress through the next steps, your tips will appear here. Okay, basics. You got to know how to move around. Rotate the camera, which is left and right mouse button, left and right. You need to be able to zoom in and zoom out with your middle mouse button. You need to be able to pause and unpause. You need to be able to set the speed to 1, 2, or 3. You need to collect wood, so you need to place lumberjack flags, which are over here. And you get those from the wood area over here. That's a lumberjack flag. You just click on it. And you want to make sure everything is connected by paths. These are paths to the district center, everything. So in order for a lumberjack flag to work, it needs to be in the range of where there's lumber, and you need to connect it to, you can see that arrow there, that's like the entrance area for that lumberjack flag. You need to connect that to the path that leads to the district center. Okay, so place lumberjack flag 2. We're going to pause it for a second. Build lumberjack flag, connect lumberjack flag to a district path. So you have to first select it and put it down to be built. It has to be connected to a path. If you don't connect it to a path initially, it will still be built as long as the builders can reach it. But then at some point, if you want a beaver in there working, you need to tell them you need to build a path to it. Mark trees for cutting. I thought I did that already. I guess not. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut trees. I'm going to bug in my face. And we're going to do that over here. Mark tree cutting area. Use this tool to mark areas where trees will be cut down. We're going to cut down all these trees here. We're going to mark all these trees over here to get cut down eventually. Once we get stairs, we can climb up here to get these trees cut. We can get these trees cut. And now that we have the areas marked, these 3 eager beavers should go out and start chopping wood. We're going to unpause these because we want these built. Now this is hard mode. And so there is the first, right now you can see we have temperate weather. There will be droughts and there will be bad tide events that will happen that will try to mess us up. Water and food, build water pump. We're working on that right here. They don't have all the required resources because we don't have any logs cut yet. Now right here you can see there are 2 logs right here in place. I think we might put another one down because right now our builders aren't doing us any good because all they built so far is this because that's all they have wood for. So what we're going to do is we're going to mark this to build the workplace on high priority. And when it gets to build the workplace on high priority, that's construction site, and to populate the workplace with a beaver as soon as it gets built. See if we hear some nice music. I don't hear any music. Let's see. Stream audio. This Timberborn is active. And then why? Oh, because the game isn't running, that's why. So the game will only... We're going to go to settings. We can hear some music there, okay. Music's really good. I love the music in this game. But I haven't figured out yet how to have my mic muted while I So there is day and night cycles. You can see they're waiting for logs. We do have logs here. I don't know why they're not bringing them over there. Let's maybe speed up a little bit. So right now we have 9 beavers, 9 adults, 4 children. We have 13 beavers. We have 125 berries in stock. We have no water. So I'm going to tell these guys to start building this. And I don't know why my builders aren't building it. There's plenty of storage right here. They could actually build it right now. And nobody's bringing anything over. So let's go speed it up and see if they're sleeping out in the open now because we don't have any housing for them yet. But I mean, these guys need to start building this. There we go. I don't know why they waited until today to do it. So now we have somebody in here pumping water. So in a 16-hour day, they can pump they can pump They can pump one water every 20 minutes, basically. 3.33 hours every 20 minutes. So they pump 3 an hour. So in a 16-hour day of working in there, that would be what? 48 water. We have 13 beavers. Each beaver uses about 3 water a day. And so that would be 39. So we're going to actually we should have a surplus of about 9 water every day. That's going to go into these right here. Prioritize that. Prioritize that. Let's prioritize that one. They each hold 15, so that would be 45. So that means in 9 days, 9, 3 days roughly would have an extra one of these full, and we just keep filling them up. Up here it tells us how many wood we have. You can see we've gone through that wood quite quickly. Now they aren't very happy right now. I need to get over here and try to get a hold of this wood here. Which means I'm going to have to try to get through here somewhere. And that means we're going to be using our little trick with storage. So in the game, you have platforms that require 6 planks. We haven't even started making planks yet. You can put platforms down here to cross over this water source. Or you can put stairs down because they will go through water. They like having their fur wet. So you could put a stairs here and a stairs here. And they will go down the stairs through the water and up the stairs on the other side. They will take that route because they like having their fur wet. But we don't have stairs yet because stairs require 1 log and 4 planks. We don't have any planks yet. Now, you can use some structures to build on. One of the things you can build on is small warehouses. So right here, if we put a small warehouse here, sure what's the best route through here going to be. Let's pause these. But anyways, we would be able to build a path across here for them to get over here in lieu of having stairs and or platforms right now. So you have 28 logs. So let's build this other pump and have that going so we can get some water storage going on. Because during droughts, Water basically just starts drying up. Unless you can get it pooled properly, it just starts drying up. So we do have somebody working in here. We have no unemployed beavers. Right now it shows us, so one of our, we had 9 adults and 4 children. Now we have 10 adults and 3 children. So one of our children has grown up. Children don't work, adults work. One of the key things in the game that I've noticed is that, and I found is that population control is key. Because if your population expands too quickly, so we still do have some berries here, but we want to get working on this efficient farmhouse. If you expand too quickly, you're probably not going to have enough food and or water. So the beavers use 3 food and 3 water a day. So we've got about, what, 2 days worth of food here. If you don't have enough food, they'll starve. If you don't have enough water, they'll die of thirst. So they are born. If you have enough living space. So for example, if we had 2 beavers living in this lodge, then they would procreate and you'd have a baby beaver over, I don't know how long it takes. But you get a baby beaver that would eventually grow up, become an adult, and start working. So that's how this faction is called the Folk Tales. There's another faction called the Iron Teeth Beavers. Folk Tales are more kind of rustic, and the Iron Teeth Beavers are more engineering. They're more geared towards engineering. So they have some different abilities, some different structures that they can build. So I might have a path through here. So let's see if we can get through here. It's kind of like a maze. But anyways, what I was going to say is, so with this faction, you will only ever have as many beavers, a mixture of adults and children, as you do structures, as you do living places. So for example, this will inhabit 3 beavers. If you have 1, at most you will ever have is 5 beavers. 10 beavers at some point will die off over time, and you'll only have 5 beavers or 3 beavers left. So you want to, in order to maintain, like if you want to have 21 beavers, you're looking at, you're thinking, well, I've got 21 jobs and I only have 18 beavers right now to work the 21 jobs that I have available. That means you need to build another one of these, add in 3 beavers, and get up to 21. But so right now, the way this is set up, the most beavers, if all these are built, the most beavers we will ever have would be 18. So now we do have to be careful because there has been games, or at least one game that I can think of, where I didn't expand this enough and I barely came back from the brink of not having enough beavers. I had everything else is basically under control, but I didn't have enough beavers. And it's kind of sad if you only have 1 child beaver, because the child beaver can't work. So a child beaver cannot pump water, cannot plant crops, cannot harvest. It's kind of sad. Let me just tell you. So we're going to unpause this efficient farmhouse. We're going to tell them to grow carrots. Carrots are basically the one of the starting veggies. Oh, which do I prefer? Probably my longest game has been with the Iron Teeth. I had a bunch of bots. I was doing all of the fermenting and stuff. I had a whole area. I had so much wood growing that I had a whole area of those power station things where you burn wood. And I mean, I just, yeah, it it wasn't on this map, but it was on a 256 by 256 map, I believe, and my whole area expanded from one corner to the other. It was massive. So, and I had a huge, massive area where the beavers were living. I think it was like, I think it was, I had like 120, 130 beavers, and then I had like 30 bots, 40 bots, something like that. So, so yeah, we do want to, so right here, you can prioritize the action of either planting or harvesting. And so your beavers will work on that. So if you only, the way I do it is if I only have a few, like a few carrots left to harvest and everything else is bare, then I will tell them to prioritize on planting. Because as long as your area is hydrated, I mean, your ground, you have a water source, a good water source, and you have arable ground, plants that are full grown, the only reason that they will die is if there's a drought and they don't have water. Otherwise, you could go through like 5 cycles. As long as the area is hydrated, as long as you have arable land and you have water source, that's a good water source, those plants will stay in the ground forever until you harvest them. So, yeah, we're going to tell them to start working on that. And then we're going to come over here to plant crops, and we're going to tell the game to, let's plant some, it's 9 by 14, 9 by 13, 9 by 12, 9 by 11, that's 99, right? I think right here we're going to want to have a path eventually to come out here to build some stuff. Build an efficient farmhouse. Build that farmhouse, guys. We got, so one nice thing, I don't know if this was in the earlier versions of the game I played. Yeah, pressure's 256 by 256. One of the earlier, I think one of the new things in the game is that there's lights. You can look quickly and see if there's a beaver working in there because this light will be on. You can see the little lights over here, meaning that there is a beaver assigned to work there and they're actually working there. Same over here. Now in this one, we'd like to have a beaver in there, but right now there's no beaver in there. There's one beaver in here, Nayabingi, and you can see how that light is on. So I don't think really that we need a beaver in there, but I don't think we have any other need for that beaver to be doing anything else. So right now we have 10 workers. We have 1 vacancy, which we just saw. We have no unemployed. So 10 workers, 1 vacancy, no unemployed. The vacancy is right over here. We have a building that no one is working in, but for now that's okay. You see the lights go off because it's getting dark and the beavers are getting ready to turn in. Now, what will happen is this. At the start of the game, beavers like, so now we have 3 beavers working over here. They're going to start planting. You see they've already started planting carrots. It takes 4 days to grow. It will tell you the percentage of growth that it has. After 4 days, each plant will produce 3 carrots. So that's a day's, in 4 days, it will produce 1 day's worth of food for a beaver. Now, you can see here, oh, we only have 79. I thought I did, oh, I know. So you can click over here. The B button is copy. Now it tells you down here we have 86. I want to plant close to the water. 94. Now you can see the range. If I click on the farmhouse, you can see its range outlined in blue here. So I can plant plants anywhere in this blue range. But you know, it's better to plant closer to the farmhouse. Closer to the farmhouse, just because, you know, it's easier for the beavers to get out here and get to their work and do it instead of running all the way over here to plant. So what do I need? 4 more? 6 more. I think I'm gonna do this. Let's do this. Okay. So now we're on 100. You can see down here. Working hours. They want us to increase the working hours to 18, and I think I will leave it there for right now. Storage. They want us to build a large pile for wood. So everything requires storage. Now, I think they've changed it a little bit, where if I think the way it used to be, and you can delete these roads if you want to. It doesn't cost anything to build a road, and it doesn't cost anything to delete. But if you go here to storage, and you click on pile, large pile, this will be a storage area for up to 180, and you can select logs, planks, treated planks, scrap metal, metal blocks, or dirt. So we're just going to go with logs right now. And we're going to prioritize that. We want all this stuff built. We got 4 builders pretty much. We want all this stuff built like right away. Now, you can see 41 logs are all in here. We got 2 logs here. No goods there. 17, that's 19. 18, that's 37. And there might be a couple logs over here, or logs that these guys have cut down. But anyways, we have 41 logs. Now what will happen is haulers and or the beavers themselves will start hauling and storing it in here. You can see that there. So now we still have what? I think these logs were logs that beavers were holding. 19, 18, so that's 37, 39, 40, 41. There's our 41 logs. So, so this is where I want to... I think I want to build this. I need to do this now. I can't get past these. But I don't want to cut these down. See, I can't go through here because those 2 trees there. I mean, it's not critical right now because I'm going to be building out this one first. I'm going to be building this one out before I build that one out. But it'd be nice to get a path down and these guys could start actually building stuff. That one's 83%, 22%. So this one, come over this way to this way. Let's see. This way, this way, this way, this way. That one is 83. This one is 50. Yeah, I think we're going to do this. Come up this way. And so then these will actually go over here. This will come here. This will get... and then we'll either come down through here or we'll come over this way. That one's at 83%. This one's at 25%. This one's at 50, so I might have to come this way and then down this way. But we want to get over here at some point to build these so we can get across there. What we can do, though, is we can do this. We can build the path right now, so... yeah, so storage. Where am I? 20 minutes on ads. "20 minutes on ads." And I'll try to keep an eye on that. Make sure that I'll have to take a break. If I miss the ad break, I'll still have to take a break. So, but I'd rather do it during the ads. Got a nice coffee here and my nice thermos. Keeps my coffee nice and hot while I diddle daddle doodle with all this stuff. So we have our large pile built, and our large pile is set to logs. We built a small tank. We set the small tank to water. We have to build a medium warehouse and 2 medium warehouses, set 1 to berries and 1 to carrots. So we do want to have storage. Because like I said, well, that's where I was initially. So I think initially in the game, maybe a couple of years ago, what would happen is that a beaver would cut down a tree. They would get 2 logs. They would take 1 or 2 of the logs over to the storage area. And then builders would come to the storage area to get the logs to build something. And it probably, like with planks and stuff like that, might be a better example. Like, for example, if you wanted to build a stairs right here, which requires 1 log and 4 planks, you would build the stairs. You would have 1 log and 4 planks. And if you want to destroy the stairs and build it over here, like right next door, what the beavers would do is they would come, they would pick up the log and the 4 planks and bring them back to the storage. And then they would pick up the planks and bring them back and build. The builders would come in here and take it and build the stairs. Now, my understanding is now, I think I've seen it work where they will actually now not, if it's like really close by, they will pick up the materials and they will use them in a different building area instead of taking them back to storage. Now, I might be completely wrong about that. I'm not sure, but I think that's how it works now. They will bypass. See, we want to do this and we want to do this. So this we're going to set. So everything in the game you have to set to everything in the game. Do I want to build them there? For now, I think I do. Everything in the game is set to all the materials have to be stored. You have to have storage for them. So now you can see up here, this is a solid building. Other buildings can be built on top of it. So I could actually do something like this too if I wanted to. I could build here, use the R key to rotate. I could build here because I'm building partly on this ground and partly on the top of this building, which is solid, which allows other buildings to be built on its top. So I think right now we're going to have 1 in there, maybe to collect the rest of these berries. So we're going to have our guys building. So they need 15 logs. Now I do need to make sure though that I still have enough logs to do this. So let's pause this one for now and make sure that these guys can build these. We're going to prioritize them. I do need to be able to get across here at some point. You can click down here on assign priorities, and we're going to put this as a very high priority. And then did I get a path through here yet? No. This one is 73. This one is 84, 51. Now they can't come out here. Okay, so they are going to start building this. Good. So I'm going to set this one so I'll start building it after those are done. So I just set the priority one lower than the highest. So these are at the highest priority. And so they should do these first. Now we're going to assign, because this is a warehouse, it wants you to assign a good to be stored in it. But we're not using it as a warehouse. We're just using it as a path. And so I'm just going to tell it to put maple pastries in there because it may be forever before we get maple pastries. And then, so on these also, if you don't want to have a lot of these icons above the building blinking all the time, then you want to build a path to it, which we could do, but we're not going to worry about right now. So what you want to do is you don't want to place these so it's like, so the entrance would be bumped up against something where it can't, no beaver could access or no path could be built, because otherwise that'll just be blinking all the time. So we're going to do this. We're going to copy the settings for this one, put it to this one, and put it to this one. So again, top priority is going to be building stairs, levees, and floodgates. Because this bad water down here, when there's a bad tide, even when there's not a bad tide. So right now, basically, this bad water is being forced into this channel. But I've had it when after a drought, this bad water just is so forceful because this, after a drought, the water to fill this basin needs to come up through the ground, like from right here. Here's the source. It's got to come up through this way, and it's got to basically be forced up to come through. This is basically coming downhill, I think, from here. You can see, yeah. And there's a lot of it. There's a lot of water there that's putting a lot of pressure on this water to come through here. And then this is, we can probably blow this at some point. We'll be able to blow this out. Dynamite. And you can actually start tunneling at some point. There is a function to tunnel. That's in, I think it's under landscaping. Yeah, you can tunnel, but you can see you need 2,000. You need 2,000 science to research it. Speaking of science. So anyways, what happens is that this bad water here it is. This bad water right here, you can see the force that this bad water is coming through here. This bad water after a drought will, even if this water is coming up through here, it doesn't fill up enough and start flowing down through here. This bad water will just back up right into your good water area. So you need to put down floodgates. So what I've noticed is that once this is completely full after a drought, if you have floodgates here, there's going to be bad water that's right up against the floodgate. But at that point, there's enough water in here that the you open up the floodgates, the fresh water here will just push the bad water to back here. Now you could, at some point, if you can get out here, you could build some platforms and stuff to get out here, and you could put floodgates here to keep the bad water like at bay in that spot there. But that's kind of down the road anyway. Okay, so do we build medium warehouses, right? Okay, yeah, they got this done here. So we're gonna unpause this, and then after that, we're gonna build one of these. We need science. That's not too far. Oh, it is. It's funny how when there was trees over here to cut down, it wasn't too far, but now it's too far from a district and cannot be reached. So we have to get a path out there. I mean, I'm just going to have to, I mean, I can't get through here. I can draw down here, but then I can't, I can come up this way and this way and this way. I'd rather just kind of let this one, oh, that was, rather let this one get to 100%, but I think what I'm gonna have to do is, this is the one that's stopping me. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is this, demolish buildings, delete rubble, mark resources for demolition. So I'm gonna have to demolish this one so I can build up through here. So that would go through here. Could I build through here? So what we're going to do is we're going to unmark this one for demolition. I'm going to mark this one for demolition. And then we're going to ask them to do this fairly quickly. Now they can reach this. They can finish building that. And we'll just clean this up a little bit right there. Now we do have some trees coming back, which is nice. So now they can come across here. We have this built. Or not built. We have these trees marked for cutting, but we have to get, this is what I've done is, I kind of alternate here, cutting spots. So get some cutters over here to get some more wood. Got a lot of wood storage. Okay, they've already built these. Good. So all I need is, so now to get up here, I just need stairs. I can start building this. But I do need to get somebody in here on highest priority. So these guys right now, we're just going to tell them to pause. And then they can come over here and start cutting over here. They can build over here. Actually, no, I'll keep a couple of them in there. I think we're going to build a second one right there. So now what'll happen is when the carrots start coming out, and you'll notice there's a difference in the graphic. So right now we can also pause the farmhouse because the carrots are not going to be done for another couple of days. So let's get somebody else over here. Got one unemployed. Got two employed in there. How many beavers do we have? Building. You know what? I built it the wrong way. Oh! Somebody saw that and they said, stop! Stop! You're building it the wrong way. You know who would have told me I was building it the wrong way if they were watching me? My daughter. She said, Dad, you're building it the wrong direction. It's not connected to a path. And I would have been like, you're right. You are exactly right. Here comes a drought. Now, hopefully we can keep this water in here long enough to harvest some of these berries. And we might actually be behind on food. We have 26 food. So I would say we have 2 days left. We probably are going to have some people that are hurting. They are going to be hurting. And then we're going to have plenty of trees. Now, so next we want to go to science, housing, power and planks, build a water wheel. No, we're not going to build a water wheel. Why? Because we don't have any planks yet. We need to get planks first. And then after planks, we need to build a forester. So we're going to build a lumber mill. Build a lumber mill here. And a lumber mill here. Oh, not there. And then we're going to build power wheels here. And again, you got to make sure if you build it like this, there's no entrance is blocked. You got to build it like this so that you can then put a path through here so that somebody can get in there and use it. So we're going to say, build that really quick. Build that one really quick. And then when you're done with that one, build that one quick and build that one quick. You know what? We should probably do that opposite because that way they have less distance to go. So change these to construction site. We want somebody in there all the time working that. So do this one first because, do these first because they're closer. And then do these second. Okay. Let's see. Ad starts in 2 minutes and 59 seconds. I will be getting up to go to so we're going to set them to harvest as soon as. So we have 13 beavers. Let's start building some housing. And we'll put that on a, yeah, this is a normal priority. So they should prioritize this. Build these two first, then this, then these. You know what? They can build this one. We're going to pause these again. They can build that, but we need planks in order to build stairs. Don't need these guys in there. So over here, if you look, it will tell you where your, we have 2 lumber mills. One is not powered. Oh, actually, 2 lumber mills. One is not completed yet. It's at 0%. If we click on that one, you can see the full brown graphic here showing the building. This one's about what? it's not even started yet, so it says 0% completed, I guess. And you can pretty much do everything in here. You can pause the building, you can prioritize it, you can prioritize the worker. You can do everything from this screen right here. In fact, it's probably, at least by me, it's underutilized, I would say, by me. So the first thing we want to get when we're doing our research is we want to get stairs. So we're almost there. We're there now. Okay. So the first stairs that we do, we're going to put where? Let's put them over here because we do need beavers. And then we're going to prioritize that one. There. Prioritize that one there. Okay. You can see right now we have one plank. We do have a drought coming in. Droughts at this stage, I think, go like 3 to 5 days. It's just a random roll. And this is gone. I think I might actually, yeah, when this is gone, we want to build another path right here so we can get around here. I think sometimes I go too fast. Okay, so this is why I tell you I go too fast. So right here, you can see that these are 100% ready to go. So we need to get beavers into, we need to get at least 3 beavers in here. It'll hold 3 beavers. You can go down to 2 if you want, but planting is much faster than harvesting. It takes like twice as long to harvest. You can see here, I've got them set to harvest. Now, when they harvest these, some might go into the farmhouse, but then others will go into storage here. Now, here you can see that these are watered and healthy, but it's going to take another few days before these start having berries on them. So hopefully these have a 9-day drought resistance, so they can go without water for 9 days. These have a 2-day drought resistance, so we need to get all these harvested within the next couple of days. Got lots of water. We'll continue to be able to get water. But we want to get a lot of planks. Because as soon as we get a lot of planks, we're going to come over here and start building stairs. So, since we have stairs, let's go here. Just climb up. We still need a lot of, so every stair requires 1 log. And then we're going to put stairs here. I'll just do all this first. Put stairs there. Put stairs here. And then down here is where our next research is going to go into levees. We need 120 for levees. These guys are now, they're able to get all of these trees down. So that's going to be nice because we need a lot of wood. And you can see how long it takes them to, we barely have enough food. That's my fault. Letting it run too fast. I haven't been paying attention to it. They still don't have anywhere to live. So let's get these two, because we have builders. I might lose one or two here. We do have some trees that are growing here. Got started. That one's going to be ready pretty soon, so we'll let one of these guys stay over here to do this. Probably going to put another I don't know if I have enough beavers though to harvest. $25. Pause that. Connect the building. So you can see as soon as I connected the building, that warning went away. So what's wrong with Zoljan? Zoljan's probably hungry. Probably go up to 20-hour days. Actually, this day it's going to be 24 hours because I need these guys to start gathering a lot of food. Do I have any of these guys building? They are. They're building over here. Okay. Probably want to take one of them off building. Put another one on gathering. Trees. When it's time to go, you'll see the beavers. Oh, they're working. I'll give you 1 hour of sleep. So now you can see this water's all dried up. Now this water will stay here. It'll probably lower. But my concern is once this drought is over, this water is going to come plowing through here. And it's just going to want to rush up in here and so the next step is going to be, yeah. It's going to be unlocking that. Yeah, you can see the water's just totally drying up. Now the benefit of this, the well-being, is that at 5, at well-being 5, they their next well-being tier is 5. They will work 20% faster. So this will get them up. And you can see here that these are going to these are drying out. Oh, these have dried out. This is going to die in 1.27 days. This was a 5-day drought, so this is a longer drought. And I don't think we're going to have enough water either. There's nothing to do here. So 5 days times 12 beavers. Times 12 beavers. 3 times 12 is 36, times 5 is 100 and something. And we're not going to have enough, so this isn't going to work out. So this is going to be a start over, I believe. I missed my ad break. So I'm going to take a quick ad break. And then we'll come back and we'll probably have to restart. So I'll be back in a bit. Thanks for watching. see, I am back, but I have to change this to middle left. I'll put this back over here. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, this is kind of the RNG of the game, where it's random length droughts and bad tides. And so you can see if this had been a 3-day drought, the beaver's requiring 3 each day. That's about 36 times 3 is 108. We may have just barely had enough water to get through this, but it being a 5-day drought, there's no way we're going to have enough water. We don't have any more water to access. And so at this point, I'm just going to call this one a fail and start up another one. So let's come back here. I'll actually go here. Let's come back here. We'll go to the main menu and we'll try again. There's a couple things I saw that went wrong. I go down to pressure, hard mode. And in this game, I mean, I haven't looked at changing the settings for the different modes. Easy's just a little too easy. Once you get clear water. Easy's just a little too easy. But I can see one of the things I did wrong right away. Let's see, we're going to build this. Yeah, you want to do this anyway. Mark trees for cutting. Oh, down here. One of the things I can see that I did wrong right away is some of this stuff was built out, and that all takes materials, and I should have had it on pause. Actually, I should do this. Copy these to these. Copy this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. And then start drawing paths. Okay, this path goes to. Okay, let's see. I guess I can come to here because we need to, we're going to need to be, instead of having a stairs here and stairs here, I can just have stairs here. You know what? And again, pause. I like how the icons stack on top of each other. You can see, okay, yeah, there's one here, it's paused. 2 here, it's paused. You can just see how many are paused. So stairs here, stairs here, stairs here. And then this one will be coming up here. So now all the settings, including paused. So if I had done that down here, changed all the settings, and then clicked on pause, then all the ones that I had just copied would have been on pause, which is what we want. So I should have done that first. So this one getting too close because I need to put a stairs here. I need to put a stairs here and a stairs. I don't need this here. I do need this here because I need stairs here. Then I need this to come up in this general area. So I do need all these on pause though. Now when I copy these over here, I'll need these on pause. I think just to put these in here, just so that I remember that I need these here. Those are all paused. Okay, and the stairs there, okay. Eventually we're gonna need a path across here. I'm not sure how all that's gonna work out. Again, we can start planning for things like science. Start planning for this. Flip it. Flip it this way, this way, this way. We are going to need an efficient farmhouse if we have that available to put down. We might actually do 2 efficient farmhouses, because we do have some land up here that we could grow on. But for this one, we're going to have this now. When that efficient farmhouse goes in, we're going to be growing carrots, planting crops. Oh, let's do first things first. Water pumps. I'm going to build all 3 of them this time. And then we're going to build storage. Small tanks. 6. Eventually that'll come down here like so. I'm going to build 2 of these right away. So this time I want to have all 6 of these filled. This is going to come out here like so. It's going to ask us at some point to build more storage. It's going to ask it to build a pile. It's going to ask us to build a large pile, which would be here. Holding logs. We're going to pause. It's going to ask us to build going to ask us to build more storage for carrots. Medium warehouse. One's going to be blueberries. One's going to be carrots. And those are going to be paused. And then down here, we're going to build a lumber mill. We want the lumber mill to be right up against the water here. Actually, I want it to be back, because I'm going to try to hook it up to a water wheel at some point. But you can see here the water flow is kind of limited by the bridge right here. So we want to try to get a good water flow. And it's not really telling us now. This one's 70, this one's 68, this one's 82, this one is 80. 87 back here. So we actually might build our... Well, we're going to build our lumber mills up here because We can build our, when we need our gear workshop, we need our gear workshop, we can attach that here. And, or we could just decide to build it up here if we want to. But this tells me right now that this has got the best possibility for power. This thing in a good flow of water can generate 270 horsepower per cubic meter of water, I guess it's going through it, a second. Let's see, DPS Inc., thanks for coming into the channel. Thanks for being here, blessed. I don't know if I said it when I got back. I will be going in about 45 minutes. Our daughter's getting off school early today to go to a doctor's appointment. It'll be her 7-year wellness check. And so that'll be fun for us to go to and see how far she's progressed in the last year. And it will be fun hearing our pediatrician talking to her about school and everything, because she's very articulate and he gets a big kick out of talking to her. And so we decided this way, close to the entrance. I'm going to flip it this way. We want to pause all these, don't we? Pause, pause. You can hit the P button also while you click down there to pause them. Let's get a path up here. And then we're going to put a, so that they walk by here. It gives aesthetic bonus to the beavers as they walk by here. In the area that they walk past right here. That's why you kind of want to have the area that they're walking through kind of channeled. You want to make them walk this way so that every day they get this bonus. So again, the first things we're going to research are the stairs. So we do have, let's get some wood collecting first and some food collecting. I think at some point we can lay down the food that we want to grow. To be carrots at some point. We're going to want to grow 100 carrots. So let's see. So we immediately have these guys working over here. Now these are gathering, and then these guys are building the efficient farmhouse, which doesn't necessarily need to be done right away. Really what needs to be done are these. I'm going to build all of them, I think. And this needs to be prioritized to have somebody in there when it's open. Yeah, so when this is open, it's got to have somebody working in there, so you can prioritize over here your workers. I do have some dropped frames. I'm dropping frames right now. I just saw it go from 12,000, 12,739. I'm dropping frames. I don't know why. Oh, well. Yeah, so let's build all of these right now. And then we'll build this one. And do all these water. Again, I could have done all of this. So with 13 beavers, that's 39 per day. Now, this thing that I found, I don't know if it's on Reddit. Yeah, it's on Reddit. This was from 5 years ago. 2.4 food per day, rounded up though to 3. So that's 39 per day. Say rough it to 40, because it's always nice having a surplus. 40 per day per beaver. So 40 times 13 is, no, that's 40 per day. So in a 5-day bad tide, you want to have 200, or 5-day drought, you'd want to have 400 food, 400 water. Let's go through these real quick. Basics. Let's get this going. Zoom in, zoom out. Pause, unpause. Set the speed. Okay, wood. That done, that done, that done, that done. Wood and food, water pump, storage, efficient farmhouse is working, right? Let's get that going. And then you can see here, we're going to unpause this. We want to have a path again. We want to have a path. Drought approaching. And again, there you go. You can see how quickly. So it's like day 3. We have a drought approaching in 3 days. I think before, last drought was like 4 or 5 days. So I think we can get through here maybe. To wait and see. And we do want to get all these built. We have nobody in there producing any food. We have 81 food. So why don't we have anybody in there producing food? Okay, let's get people in there planting. So basically now you're like on a knife's edge. You're just, basically you're at carrots. I need 14 more carrots. That's 12, that's 15. Okay, we'll just go with that. Working hours, and we do need people to work a lot. Probably 20 hours a day. So what needs to be built? These need to be built first. Work hours to 18, okay. Now I can set it to 20. And 22. Let's get these built. And all these filled. So 20%. I don't know how much they grow. Maybe 25%. They grow 25% a day. Yeah, 4 days. 100% divided by 4 is 25. Okay, so fill that up. Fill it up. Fill it up, boys. Okay, now you can do this one. No available workers. Let's send you over there. So let's see, these guys are thirst and shelter. He's starving. Little guy, get up. There's berries. Get some berries. Get some berries. Storage. Build the logs, a big pile. Okay, so now can I build a path? I can, it looks like. Where can I build a path? So probably demolish this one. And we're going to prioritize that. We want them to build this. We got 52 logs. So we should be able to build that. Take 6 logs. And then 6 and 30 is 36. And then we should be able to start building these. Okay, so the drought's going to start. We'll see how long of a drought we have. Got 212 water, which would be long enough for a 5-day drought. We only have 40 food. So these guys are going to be set to harvest. We have somebody working in there. I need somebody to work in there. So right now, at this point, I don't need any builders. Well, I guess I need these guys to build. I don't think I need any builders for blueberry storage though, because we don't have any blueberries really to harvest. Okay, we're going to focus on carrots. Now, we should have some coming up today, maybe. I hope. Yes, I'll tell you also it's flooded. It's not connected to any district. It is. It is connected to District Center right here. That's how they were able to build it, right? Isn't connect? Oh, it's not connected because it's not that. It's not connected down here. That's what it means. Okay. You guys are over here chomping, right? Because you can work here and at least cut down these first area of trees. So let's get you set up with some lumberjack stations over here. So that we can okay, we do have 10 food. And we have beavers are unhappy because they don't have shelter. So see, this was right in the middle of that. This was right in the middle. We got a 4-day drought. It could have been a 3 or a 5, I believe. Okay, so I do have somebody working in there. So let's have them build this one also. How many? 12 logs. 15 and 20. So that is 35. The first one that we need is stairs, which is 70. So it should be done today. Should be able to harvest them tomorrow. Oh boy. It is 28, so I got about a half an hour. Okay, so here we go. We're starting to get food in. This is done. These won't be coming back in for a while. Another 2 days? No, another 6 days. We won't have berries. I think these guys probably harvest just enough for a day, which is fine. You got 120 logs. Let's do that one. You see one's almost empty. So you have 13 adults. We got one working here. None working there. We've got... Oh, I didn't pause these guys yet. That's going to give us a few beavers. Got one there. Got more in here. So let's build this and this. Start making some planks. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to have this tree demolished so we can build a path up here. I want to be able to get around here like this. And then I think the next thing we want to build is a forester. Science coming in. So these guys do not need to be over here either, because there's nothing to harvest. Let's get that one going. You can see these trees are pretty hardy. Even though they are drying, they wouldn't dry for another 10.4 days. Now, it does take a while for this water to come through here. So if we go on slow mode, scroll down a little bit. I don't know if we can see it coming through. Unfortunately, there's going to be water coming through here too. Now, in a drought, I could actually send my crew out here to build a double floodgate, which would then route this water coming off of here just down through here, and it shouldn't come over the double floodgate. But a single floodgate right here will stop it also. But it's still, you can lower the floodgate and allow the water to go through to move the water wheel. You see the water coming up here. So the water is going to start flooding this area. We can start these guys up as soon as that water comes up. You can see all the water that we have left over from a 3-day drought or a 4-day drought. We would have had plenty of water for a 5-day drought. Plenty. Now see, these guys know, even though I have them set to harvest, they know there's nothing to harvest. We need to plant. So we're on 104 science. Let's build our stairs because we have 7. We have 7. We have 7 planks. And then logs. These are 12 logs each. So let's probably make enough. That's what, 60 logs right there. And then we have more coming in here. So the next thing we're going to want to build, after we build this storage out, which again, we're not going to have any blueberries coming in anytime soon. So I'm not going to worry about that. Yeah, droughts. Congratulations, your settlement survived its first drought. Droughts are part of the seasonal cycle. They will return and become longer over time. If you haven't already, start preparing for the next one by building a dam. And a dam will include having a levee and floodgate. So we probably want to also build this and get more science points. Now see, as soon as they're done planting here and this water's continuing to come out, as soon as they're done planting, this takes 4 days to grow. You can just pause this. They can go to work somewhere else. So we have 4 builders. We want to prioritize these, which I think we did. Because we need a lot more planks. We need a lot more wood. The next thing I think we're going to build is a forester, but I think we need planks for the forester. 7 planks. We have 6. Okay, so over here you can see this forester guy. Again, he's got a blue outline there so that he can reach certain areas. So we might do some planting over here because our farmhouse can reach there. So I think I want to build him here because you can see here he can cover all the way over to here and he can cover a lot of this area here. So I think we're going to build him right there. So let's get a forester in there and we'll get somebody in there doing forestry stuff. Okay, I don't have any. So let's look and see where our beavers are. Well, you know, since we're going to have beavers living there, we've got to build that. Shrub. Okay, we have workers in the district center. I wish you could sort this so we could have like all the workers in the district center here, but I think that's over here. Yeah, so we have 4 in the district center. Oh, we don't have any in the efficient farmhouse. One of them's not built yet. We're building a forester. We got 40% of the forester done. We have some gatherer flags here and here. Nobody's gathering there yet. These do have a 9-day drought resistance, so I could actually wait until the next drought when most of these have bloomed or fruited, and then to build this, I would have time to build that and also harvest these. So for right now, though, we're not going to worry about that. We got inventors. We got all 3 inventors are being worked. 2 lumber mills are being worked. We got 3 lumberjack flags on pause right up here. We have this one. There's no available workers in the district, so we only have 2 lumberjack flags that are being worked. This one is not. The power wheel, both our power wheels are being worked, and none of the water pumps are being worked, which we need to remedy right now. And you can see now they're all being worked. So now we need to decide. I don't know why that one wasn't on. This one also wasn't on. We need to decide when we want to start building this out. I guess we're going to need... well, let me put down the stairs that we're going to need to get up here. So I'm going to pause that. We're going to put that on high priority. We're going to copy that here, 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 and here. And here, here, and here. Okay. To get to the higher and lower levels, the terrain levels, I use the scroll button towards me. And then to go up, I use the scroll button away from me. You do all that while you're holding down the Alt key. Alt key, scroll button. So here, this is the first one we want to do. As soon as we're done with this one, we're going to build this. So right now, we're not going to worry about the materials for this one. We are going to build our path, though, which we didn't do. We did it the last time, but we haven't done it yet this game. Eventually, we're going to want to come out to here because we're going to want to build up here for this one here. This one we're going to build here. And then this one we're going to build path probably to here. I'm going to build this here. I'm going to build this here to here. Down to here. That one there. There. Do this here, here, here. I'm going to grab this path, come out here. Okay. These are all paused. Paused. And what we want to do, I think, is we came up through here. Eventually, we want to wind up over here. It came up through here, I think. Yep. Yep. We came out this way, and then we came right up through here. I think as far as game mechanics go, the best thing to do is to have, I think longer paths are better than like a bunch of like paths with a lot of twists and turns in them. I think, not 100% sure. Okay, so now that that's done, let's go here. $13 beavers. This would do 12. Let's do that one. We have no wood. We want to make sure that all of these are being populated. We can see here again that these are only about, what, 1.5 days into the life cycle. So this is paused. So we do have a beaver working there, so he's going to be replanting pines, but we need to tell him to do that. So over here we need to go pine. Let's just go from here up to here. That'll give him plenty to do. And then these, we need to make sure that those guys are good. Science, we probably don't need all the science guys in there. Our next science is going to be the levee. And then after that, the floodgate. So 270 total. But we do need a lot of wood. Okay, I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. We have a new well-being high score. Yay! One of our beavers. Well, I think this is the average of the beavers. Right now it's at -7. Why? Because they're hungry. Well, if you're hungry, get some food and stop bringing down the score. Stop bringing down our score. So how many beavers do I have working over here? None still. Where are they all working? We got 3 of them working here, even though I just turned all those off. We got builders that aren't building anything right now. So I guess right now we're just gonna we're gonna pause the building center because we need wood. We need wood. We need the wood be turning into planks. You can see our little guy over here. He is busy as a beaver. He is the he's homeless. Oh, we gotta fix that. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I forgot you guys are building these things, right? Well, we don't have any logs, so get some logs first, and then we'll try to find a house for you. But right now, what he's doing, he works at the forester. So the forester actually plants trees and bushes, and he is focusing right now on pines. So now these will grow in 12 days. This one's almost ready to pop. This one will grow. It's only at 1%. It takes 12 days to grow. It produces 2 wood. I want to have these guys. So we need builders to build these. We have enough wood. 12 each, 36. Yes, we do have enough wood. So let's right now, these guys are paused because we're waiting for this to come in. That's paused. These are paused. Let's pause one of these. Maybe 2 of them. Get some builders in there. They can start building these. We have enough logs for them to build. Although all the logs are over here, I think. They need to be, we need to get another builder in there. Yeah, there's 18, 20 logs there. Okay, somebody's got a house to sleep in. This is important to do this. I haven't done this in recent games. I've gotten to like cycle 6 or 7. And then I notice I'm down to like 5 beavers. And so it looks like this one, it took longer for the drought, for this water to show up after the drought. We don't want to take all of the planks. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for this one. That's 20, that's 36. 9, 10, 11, 12. So that is 48. And we might need one over here. So we might need up to 52 planks. But we also need just logs to do these. These are 3 each. 1, 2. So yeah, we need a lot of wood. So we have a drought approaching. We want to make sure that we're topped out on water. We do also want to make sure that we're that we got our food going on here. So they're going to start harvesting. Okay, so everybody has a home to live in. Everybody's happy now because they have a nice home to live in. There's not enough workers, so we're going to pause here because we're not building anything right now. We're going to send these guys back out here. Some of these trees are coming in. Almost ready. Something that pine trees also do is they also produce resin. They produce resin in 7 days. You can harvest resin from the trees, and resin is what's needed for treated planks. So some buildings need treated planks. Resin would be like seal up water so that the planks don't you know, allow water to soak into the wood. So everybody has a home. Builders are paused until I think they get this wood down. We do need I think what we're going to go for first is a floodgate. So we need 150. We need 9 more. We're going to put a floodgate in up here. So the way we're going to do that is click on here. We're going to come over here. We're going to click on this over here. Come over here. Okay, we have ads going on right now, but I'm just going to play through it. I do have to leave probably and get ready to go in about 10 minutes. Yeah, we want to keep our water up. Now we do have blueberries coming in. So we could ask them to finish this. But right now, floodgates require 10 logs. That'd be, I think 10 across here would be 40. And 5 planks. So that'd be 20 planks. So we have 20 planks. We've got enough for 40 logs. I want to keep this water in here. But as soon as that's done, we go whole hog on this up here. We have a drought started. That water's going to dry up. Okay, these guys are going to, they are planting as well as watering, or as well as harvesting, they're planting. So as soon as they're done, we're going to pause them. Okay, pause that. It's all planted, it's all watered. We're going to do a floodgate. Put floodgates right across here. Make sure that these are reachable. Too far, too far. So this we can probably so this is what we can do here. We can so I think what we can do now is we can do another small storage thing here, which would allow us to get to that one. So I'm going to prioritize these getting built. So that means I got to bring out a builder. Make sure my builders are ready to go. I have enough builders. We're going to pause science for now. I think we have all the science we need. We're going to shut these off because there's no water to collect. And get these guys building this stuff. So this way, when this comes back, we'll be able to hold the water in here. Okay, these guys are collecting all the wood that's left over there. We have some trees harvesting over here. So once these guys are done over here, we will close these and set these up here. And we will have our, we'll have Benji work on this over here. I think over here what we can do is put in, I usually don't plant birch. It's 7 days, 1 wood. But it might be prudent to do that. Perfect. Too far from a district. So I got to do this again. Over here. Put that on that. Get that built. I probably could have waited. It's a 5-day drought. I could have waited, but I do have plants coming in already. Okay, this is going to start. So now on these floodgates, you can see here how you can raise and lower them. You can raise them. You can raise them up to whatever height you want, and it will block water from going through. If the water level is higher, though, it will flood over. So that's something you want to be careful of. I'm going to raise them up to be closed right now all the way, because when this water starts coming back up out of here, I want this to be able to block it, hold it in. So we're going to do that. We're going to do this. We get back all the resources from this. We're going to mark these for to have somebody come out and collect them right away. Actually, I shouldn't have done that. I should have done this one first and then this one, because now this one won't be collected because it's too far away from a district. So that was my mistake. 3 logs right there. Now this water is going down. Eventually what I'm going to have here is I'm going to have levees around here. Floodgates and levees to protect this from bad water. All right, so let's get working on this. Let's get working on this. Oh, let's see. Got to prioritize all this. Be done right away. Without hate, oh, with haste. Now, something to be aware of, your beavers can get stuck. Your beavers can get stuck. You don't want them to get stuck because then usually when they get stuck, that means you have to demolish whatever you were working on. And you don't necessarily want to have to do that. So 4 days left. We got 163 water. We have 15 beavers right now. So 15 times 3 is 45. Times 4 is 180. So we should have enough water. 15 times 4 is 45. 15 times 3 is 45. Times 4 is 160, 180. So we should just barely have enough water. I think what I want to do is this. I should have thought about that before. I want to make a better path so these guys don't have to run. I would need 2 sets of stairs. Plus, I would need I would need to probably demolish these right here. So let's do that. And let's prioritize that. And do I have guys working in here? I do. Okay, they're making more planks. We got a few left over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a couple of stairs where there's a stair. A couple of stairs over here. Another path right here. This way they can just come in, grab the lumber, come over here. Now something I need to keep in mind is that there is a threshold on how much these buildings can hold. 13, so they are maxed out now. I need to put down extra storage. I think what I'm going to do is probably put storage down here for planks, because I'm going to need a lot of them. That's 6 logs. That's fine. So that way guys can come up through here, just grab logs or planks, whatever they need. We're going to prioritize these to be built so that our guys can okay, some of these are ready to be harvested. Okay, good. Okay, we're 3 days left on this drought. 3 times 45 is 135. We're at 120 water. So again, we're just barely going to scrape through. I mean, I could always build another water pump out here. I think I will. Because I'm not sure. I'll just have to destroy it at some point, but at least I have it for now. So we're going to build a path from where to where. No, we're going to do it that way. We're going to make it a little closer. Actually, I already have a path built over here. So let's go back in. I'm going to have this. Let's have that one prioritized also as a workplace. These guys aren't going to build this now because it's let me do this right now. Yeah, see what I'm saying right here? This guy's stuck. He built this one first, which wasn't supposed to happen. He was supposed to build this one, and then this one, and then this one. So now I got to demolish this one so that he can get out. Frustrating. I got to pick up those. Let's see. Let's reset all of this to... let's get this other stuff built. Shame. Okay, we're going to close these off. All right, let's get this built. 12 logs. We got 62. My workers. I got one. So can I get more workers? Where can I get more workers? Okay, they are harvesting this, but probably we're full. We're probably full. So let's we have one worker in there. More workers in there. Get this going. Pause this for right now because he is planting, but we can get that going again in a minute. But yeah, I'd like to get these done so we can put a path here. We can build a path here. See what I'm going on right here. No. Okay. So now let's come back over here. We want to unpause this one. We want to prioritize this one. And prioritize this one. And then we'll see where they're at after that. I'll see. Here's the thing. Pause this one. Because this guy comes in here. This will get completed and he'll be trapped there. I want to prioritize this one and then this one. They will trap themselves. So I got to get going. Here we go. Let's just do this, this. Oh, what am I doing? Do this, do this, do this. Okay, so we want to do this one first. And then do this one. And then do this one. Okay. So the next research that we need is going to be the levee. We don't have any research. We don't have enough. So let's get that going. Okay, I'm going to pause it right there. I got to get going. I got to get ready for my daughter to get out of school. We got to take her to a doctor appointment. So I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. Wherever you are in the wide world, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or night, put yourself in a position to be blessed and be blessed. Proverbs 3, verses 5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.